Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're talking about how you can play a song called Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain by Willie Nelson. And we're going to start out on an E major chord. And when we play E major, first finger is going to go to the G string on the first fret, second finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, and the third finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like E major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And a lot of times, that's basically what our intro is just the E major chord. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like adding something called a strum pattern. We'll talk about several different ways to do this. But one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the E and just tried that a lot. You have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So you could kind of use that for your intro. Now a lot of times something else I like to add to make it more interesting is some things called bass notes. And on the E major chord, actually the lowest note with the E note in the chord is the low E string. So you could kind of throw in the low E string and then do a down, up, up, down, up. So you could kind of make it almost like a bass guitar kind of thing. We're going bass, down, up, down, up, E with a low bass, down, up, down, up. Now there's also something called country feel, actually, where a lot of times in a country song, the country bass player plays what's called the root of the chord and then the fifth of the chord. And on an E chord, the E note would be the root, and E, F, G, A, B, a B note would be the fifth. So something else you may want to kind of play around with is doing a low E string for your bass, and then a down up, and then doing the A string, which is where a B note is, and then a down up. So you could go low E, down up, A with an A, or E with an A bass, down up, E with a low E bass, down up, A bass, down up, low E bass, down up, A bass, down up. And the intro lick that Willie's doing actually is kind of a variation on that, where you play the A string open and then do a hammer on to the second fret with the second finger, and then do your down up, and then the low E string for your down up. So you got A string, hammer on, down up, low E, down up, A string, hammer on, down up, low E string, down up, A string, hammer on, down up, low E string, down up. And then from there we'll be going into our verse part. Now our verse, we start on an E major chord. We do that 4 times, and then we go to a B7 chord. When we play B7, first finger is going to go to the D on the first fret, second finger on the A string on the second fret, third finger on the G string on the second fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the second fret. And if you strum just the A string to the high E string, that sounds a B7 or a B dominant 7 chord. And that sounds really nasty, and it's kind of supposed to. And then at the end of our verse chorus, we're going to be going back to E major and then doing another E major. So we could do that with our down, down, up, up, down, up. And then we have E down, down, up, down, up, E down, down, up, down, up, E down, down, up, down, B down, down, up, down, B7 down, down, up, down, B7 down, down, up, down, B down, down, up, B down, down, up, down, up. Or we could kind of add in the bass note, and on the B7 chord, you have the A string for your bass note on the B7. So we try it with a bass down, up, down, up. Then we have E with a low E bass, down, up, down, E with a low bass, down, up, down, E with a low bass, down, up, down, E with a low bass, down, up, down, B7 with an A bass, down, up, down, B7 with an A bass, down, up, down, E with a low E bass, down, up, down, E with a low E bass, down, down, up. Now with the country feel though, on the B7 chord, the B note on the A string is kind of your root, but there's an F sharp note that would be the fifth of that chord. And what you could do is take the second finger from the A string second fret and then move it to the low E string on the second fret to kind of get your root fifth. So if you wanted to kind of work the country feel, that would be kind of cool that way. So we tried it with a country feel, then we had E with a low E bass, down, up, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E7 with an A bass, move to low E second, E7 with an A bass, move to low E second, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass. Now there's some very, very cool bass walks though that Willie's kind of using through it. And on that very last E before you go to the B7, you may want to kind of do a bass and then a down up and then hit the open A string and then first fret on the A string to lead into your B7 chord. So that could be kind of a cool little bass lick idea that you could do. And actually on that very last E major chord, it's almost like kind of a turnaround thing. So we tried it all the way through. We kind of with that bass walk on the B7. You have E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, open A, first fret on the A, B7 with an A bass, low E second, B7 with an A bass, low E second, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass. And then from there we'd be repeating that kind of for our verse chorus. If we tried that through for that second verse, we'd have E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, open A, first fret on the A, second fret for the B bass, fifth, maybe some of the root, fifth, E with a low E root, fifth, and then E, and on that very last E, actually right before we go into our bridge part, there's another really cool bass walk where you could play open E, second on the low E string, third fret on the low E string, and then fourth fret on the low E string. So we're going E, F sharp, G, G sharp, just on that very last E. So you kind of have the E, and then open, 2, 3, 4, to lead into our bridge part. And our bridge part starts on an A major chord. When we play A major, first finger goes to the second fret on the D string, second finger goes to the G string on the second fret, and third finger goes to the B string on the second fret. So it's a big party on the second fret. And we stay on the A major 4 times, and then from the A major we're going to be going back to the E major chord. And then at the very end of our bridge we go back to B7 at the very, very end. So we tried our bridge, actually we could do it just the down, down, up, down, up. And then we have A, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, E, down, down, up, down, up, E, down, down, up, down, B7, up, down, B7, down, down, up, down, up. Or we could throw in our bass notes, and your bass note for the A chord would be the open A string. So if we kind of tried it that way, then we'd have the A with an A bass, down, up, down, up, A with an A bass, down, up, down, up, A with an A bass, down, up, down, up, A with an A bass, down, up, down, up, E with a low E bass, down, up, down, up, E with a low E bass, down, up, down, B7 with an A bass, down, up, down, B7 with an A bass, down, up, down, up. Or if we tried that with country feel, on the A chord you'd be going from an A note to an E note. So you'd be going from the open A string to the open E string. So we tried it with the country feel. We'd have A with an A bass, E bass, 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 E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, B7 with an A bass, through the low E string, B7 with an A bass, through the low E string. Now there's some other really cool bass walks through that part though, and if you wanted to kind of throw those in, on that very last A to lead back to the E, you could do kind of an open A and then a down up, and then go to the low E string on the 4th fret and then the 2nd fret. So we'll be going kind of A with a bass, down, up, G sharp, F sharp, to kind of lead back to the E chord. And then on that very, very last B7, actually there's this really cool little turnaround lick, where on that very last B7 there's an open A, and then we do a hammer on the 2nd fret on the A, and then 2nd fret on the A again, and then open A, and then 4 on the low E, and then 2nd fret on the low E string. So you got O2 to O4 to on the very last B7. So we try it with our bass walks. We'd have A, low E, A with an A bass, low E, A with an A bass, low E, A with an A bass, down, up, 4 to E with a low E bass, A for the 5th, E with low E bass, A for the 5th, B7 with an A bass, low E bass, B7 O2 to O4 to, and then we'd be back into kind of our verse chorus from there. Now something else I would think about, because of the feel of the tune though, is working this as a fingerstyle. If you're kind of interested in that, what you could do is kind of basically with your fingers, your thumb kind of becomes your bass player. Normally he plays the E, the A, and the D strings, actually, if we needed to play them. And then your index finger could line up to the G string on the first, or on the G string. The middle finger goes to the B string, and the ring finger goes to the high E string. And normally with the fingerstyle, we actually use abbreviations from classical guitar. So Spanish guitar methods in the 1700s leads us to call the thumb P for pulgar, index is I for indesso, And middle is M for medio, and then the ring finger is angular, A, so it's P-I-M and A. And you're basically just having a division of labor. Actually, you can do low E string for your bass on the E, and just kind of try that a lot, going thumb, index, middle, ring. So that might be kind of a cool way to kind of work it. It's kind of a fingerstyle idea. So on the B's, we'd basically be following the same basses, but now with thumb's kind of your bass player. So we tried that next verse is kind of a fingerstyle. You'd have E, and then B7, B7. So I'm just going thumb, index, middle, ring on all of those. Now if you want to, you can follow the same thing we were doing with the country feel with your thumb through that. So you got E, and then kind of switch between the E string and the A string for your root and your fifth. So kind of like a country fingerstyle. E, A string, B7 with an A bass, low E, hits the A bass, low E bass, E with low E bass, A bass, E with low E bass, A bass. So you may want to kind of play around with that. And actually, if we tried that through our bridge part, just to try it, you'd have A with an A bass, A, E, B7, B7. And then basically, the only other part that's kind of different from those parts of the verse, chorus, of the bridge is the solo part. Now on our solo part, we start on E major, and actually it's just like our verse chorus when we start out. But right after those last two B7s, we have this really cool bass move actually where we go back to an E note, and then we play a C note on the A string 3rd fret, and then we go to a B note on the A string, and then we go to 1st fret on the A string. So it's almost like a little bass lead to lead back into our bridge part after the solo. So you're going E, C, B, B flat, but the chords that would kind of back that up would start on E major, but then we would go to something called C diminished, or C half diminished 7. And the way you play that chord, first finger goes to the G string on the 2nd fret, second finger goes to the A string on the 3rd fret, third finger on the D string on the 4th fret, and the pinky goes to the B string on the 4th fret. And if you strum just the middle 4 strings, actually get your clear sound with that. That's called C half diminished 7 or C minor 7 with a flat 5. And then from there, the B note kind of gets backed up by a B half diminished 7. So we just slide that shape back 1 fret. And then if you kind of lift off your first finger and slide it back 1 more fret, that would kind of be a B flat or an A sharp half diminished 7. So you can kind of follow that. Now the weird part is that those changes happen kind of fast. E, C, D, B flat. So on that part of it, if you wanted to do just the down, down, up, down, up, you'd end up just doing a down, down, up on each chord. So coming out of that last B7, you'd have the B7, B7, E major, C, B, B flat. Or if you're doing your bass notes, they'd all be on the A string actually for all those half diminished 7 or minor 7 flat 5s. So you'd have E with a low E bass, C with an A bass, A bass, A bass, down, up. So kind of working it that way. Now if you're doing it with a finger or with a country feel, actually really still do that the same way. So you'd be breaking from the B7 with the country feel, and then kind of going into that E chord with the bass. Down, up, C with the bass, down, up, B flat, down, up. Or if you're doing it with the finger style, actually, instead of these 2 patterns on each chord like we were doing to kind of get the root 5th with the bass, you basically just kind of hit, just switch your fingers to the middle 4 strings, and this is a little weird. So I'm kind of moving the thumb to the A string, index to the D, middle finger to the G, ring finger to the B string, and kind of doing one of those PIMA patterns for each one. So I've got E, A bass, B flat with an A bass. So you could kind of work that tag a lot of different ways. So if we tried that actually just that whole solo with our finger style, actually, you'd have the E, B7, and then we start that over. B7, and then right here we have that change to the E, C, B, B flat. So you may want to kind of play around with that. Now there's some really cool solo licks actually through the song and through that solo part. So if you wanted to kind of add those in, you'd start on the A string 14, and then D string on the 14, and then 11 on the G, and then we play 11 on the G and kind of slide the 13th fret on the G string. So we're kind of playing the note and kind of leaving enough pressure to get the note to slide. And then we do 13 on the G string and kind of do a bend there, and then play 13 again, and then we go back to 14 on the A, and then 14 on the D, and then another 13 bend on the G, and then another 13 straight up, and then D on the 14. So you got 14, 14, 11, 11, slide, 13 bend, 13, 14, 14, 13, 13, 14. And then there's this really cool little double stop lick where you're playing two notes at the same time, where you're playing 12 on the B string and 13 on the G string. And then we kind of slide that back one fret to 11 and 12, and then we slide that back one more fret to 10 and 11, and then we play 13 on the G, and then 11 on the G, and then 14 on the A, and then 14 on the G, and then 12 on the B, and then 13 on the G. So you got kind of that 13, 11, 14, 14, 12, 13. And then we almost kind of start that over again with this cool little taglet where we play 14 on the A, and then do a slide to 13th fret on the A, and then back to 14 on the A, 14 on the D, 11 on the G, and then we play 11 on the G and do a hammer on to 13 on the G, and then we do the 13 bend, and then 13 on the G, and then 14 on the A, 14 on the D, 11 on the G, and then 13 on the G is kind of a bend, and then we take that 13 and slide it down to 9th fret on the G string. So we got 14, 13, 14, 14, 11, 11, 13, 13 bend, 13, 14, 14, 11, 13, bend, 13 bend, 13, slide to 9. And then we go to 9th fret on the D, and then 8 on the D, and 9 on the D, and then 9 on the G, and then 11 on the G, and then 11 on the G, and we kind of slide to 13, and then go back to 11 on the G, and then 9 on the B, and then 11 on the G, and then 9 on the D, and then 11 on the G is kind of that slide to 13 again, and then 11 on the G, and then 9 on the G twice. So let's see, through that whole part. For that whole part, so we got 14, 13, 14, 14, 11, 11, 13, 13 bend, 13, 14, 14, 11, 13 bend, 13 slide to 9, 9, 8, 9, 9, 11, 11, 13, 11, 9, 11, 9, 11, 13, 11, 9, 9. And then there's this cool little tag actually that works around those half diminished chords that we were talking about, where you could kind of follow the bass player and play 3rd on the A, 4 on the D, 2nd on the G, 4 on the B string, so like a little arpeggio or broken chord of that C half diminished 7. And then we slide down to kind of our B and do the A, D, B, D is kind of an arpeggio, so kind of leaving out the G string on that. And then we slide down one more fret and kind of do that same idea. And then from there, we'll be going into our bridge part. So then we're back on kind of our bridge, and we talked about a lot of different ways to do that. So if we kind of go over all those different ways, we could do just down, down, up, down, up, where we have A with down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, A, down, down, up, down, up, E, down, down, up, down, up, E, down, down, up, down, B7, down, down, up, down, B7, down, down, up, down, up. Or we can do our bass down, up, and have A with an A bass down, up, down, up, A with an A bass down, up, down, up, A with an A bass down, up, down, up, A with an A bass down, up, down, E with the low E bass down, up, down, E with the low E bass down, up, down, B7 with an A bass down, down, B7 with an A bass down, down. Or we can do that as a country feel and have A with an A bass, E bass, 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 E with a low E bass, A bass, low E bass, A bass, B7 with an A bass, low E second, B7 with an A bass, low E second. Or we can kind of throw in some of Willie's bass walks and have A with an A bass, low E bass, A with an A bass, low E bass, different ways we could do it. Or we could do it as a fingerstyle and then have A, B7 with an A bass, or you can even throw in those bass walks with the fingerstyle too. There are ways to do that. And then from there, then we go into our outro verse chorus. And then the very, very end of this, actually, there's a halving on the E major and then an A major. So we can just kind of work that as just a down, down, up on each one. So we did our last chorus with our down, down, up, down, up. We'd have you with the down, down, up, down, up, you with the down, down, up, down, you with the down, down, up, down, you with the down, down, up, down, B7 with the down, down, up, down, 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 E down, down, up, A down, up. And at the very end, we kind of end on a big E major chord. And Willie kind of throws in this really cool arpeggio lick where you play low E, G string, B string, G string, and then the high E string. So you may want to kind of think about using that kind of little broken chord on the very last E. Or if we did that with our bass down, up, down, we'd have you with low E bass, E with low E bass, E with low E bass, down, down, E with low E bass, down, down, B7 with an A bass, B7 with an A bass. But then we got bass down ups for the E down, up, A with an A bass, down, up, E. Or if we kind of did that with our country feel, we'd have E, A, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, B7 with an A bass, low E bass, B7 with an A bass, low E bass, E with a low E bass, A with an A bass, E with the arpeggio. Or if we did that kind of with the bass walks we talked about, we'd have E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, open 1, 2 for the B7, B7, and then E with a low E bass, A with an A bass, E with arpeggio. Or if we did that with our fingerstyle, then we'd have E with a low E bass, A, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, A bass, E with a low E bass, B7, B7, and then we just got to go with just the root kind of index middle ring on the E and the A, and then we've got our arpeggio at the very end. But that's the basics of how you could strum through and fingerstyle Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain by Willie Nelson. So good luck!